Hi, my name is Cameron Carlson with AnimeLocation.tv. I'm here at Matsuricon 2019 with my good pal, Mr. Gavin Gaszka. How you doing?
Good. How you been, man?
I'm all right. So it's only been a little bit of time since you have had a chance to talk with us. It was at Animaticon 2019. How have you been?
Good. Just keeping busy. Doing shows. Just getting ready for this upcoming Halloween season with Midnight Syndicate, and lots of fun techie web stuff. I kind of inadvertently stepped into the world of web development.
And so kind of going off of everything, you've done a lot of shows now more and more as Home Circle Media. How's it been going for you with all those shows since the last time we saw it at Animatic?
Good. I always enjoy the cons. It never gets old and stuff. I mean, it is a lot of work. Just a fair warning to anybody that's thinking of getting into doing vending. It's a full-time job,
Yeah.
But I love it. I mean, it's, I would miss this if I wasn't doing it. But I'm actually trying to cut back a little bit on how far out I go and how many shows I do a year, because it's a lot of driving and,
Packing all this up
and unpacking it and that kind of thing.
Inventory.
So yes, that's the thing. It's never working the shows that's the hard part. It's always the in between stuff.
Yeah.
It's like the ordering and the managing inventory and updating the site and all this kind of stuff. That's where all the work is. This is fun, actually. This is where I enjoy myself.
So kind of going into that, you talked about updating the website and talking about web development. Now, on top of doing just not Home Circle Media, you also happen to manage other websites. So how was it at least just getting Home Circle Media up to date stuff?
Okay, so this turned into an epic project. I was using a shopping cart that's an open source cart, and it was all right. But for various reasons, we were looking to update and upgrade and stuff and to get more functionality and stuff. So I picked this cart out, and it's fantastic. Getting it up and running. I am not a web developer. At least I wasn't until after doing this. I knew my way around. I mean, I know enough to be dangerous. I know enough.
HTML.
Yeah, I know PHP a little bit. I mean, I could. I'm dangerous with it,
With the big boys,
right? But I was not skilled until this. And this thing, you're like behind the public HTML directory. I'm like, doing Linux permissions and file ownership and stuff. And I learned more redoing our site than I ever thought I'd need or want to know. But you know what? It's up and running. It looks great. I hope so. I mean, I hope it's a good change. It's not just a change for change's sake.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be. I think once we get all the functionality in there that I want to do, it'll be great. So,
alrighty, and tying into that. What does it mean for customers when they go to your website? How much more does it help them?
My goal was to streamline the checkout process, especially. The old cart, it had a multi-page checkout, and who wants to deal with that? It's like you want everything on one page. You know what you're dealing with. Here's your name, your address, boom, you're done,
Yeah, and then your credit card.
Yeah, exactly. So it'll streamline that for sure. There's some other nice little cool things like feeding in from my Instagram and that kind of thing.
Cool.
Yeah, it's not up and running yet, but it's going to be. And it looks a lot slicker, I think. Personally, I mean, I don't know, I think it looks cooler.
Alrighty. Now, we've talked about that you actually have a love for the Dead Mall stuff that's on YouTube and architecture and stuff like that. You and I both like Bright Sun Films on YouTube and some other websites. So what's it like when you got into that and the architectural stuff?
Yeah, I have to give a shout out to Dan Bell on that one. He's the one I discovered his videos on YouTube, and I just got hooked. I mean, he's a really good filmmaker. Beyond just the Dead Mall stuff, he does a lot of like urbex stuff. It's really, really cool. But then it went from there, like exploring with Josh and the proper people, and of course Bright Sun Films and stuff. There's a lot of people out there interested in this stuff, and they're doing a lot of good work with the videography and everything. I mean, just. It's fascinating. I don't know what it is.
Stories about each place and how they went under. Like
what led to the development and then the downfall and stuff.
If they've even done anything past it.
Yeah.
The cool part is they've actually covered from where you and I are from, Rolling Acres Mall, and gone into the history of all that. And you're like, man. Then you look at Stranger Things Season 3, and you look at the lobby, and you're like, holy cow, isn't that Randall Park Mall, like, for the lobby?
I haven't seen Stranger I don't have, like, cable at my house. I really don't. But I don't have time to watch it anyway, honestly. I mean, I'm always on the road. Yeah.
The promo has that shot in the promo.
For Rolling Acres.
I don't have Netflix either.
Yeah, I know. It's probably a good thing, actually, but yeah, it's so sad about Rolling Acres too. That's no longer, But one of my favorite malls, we might have talked about this before. It was Forest Fair, Cincinnati Mills down in Cincinnati.
You talked about the architecture.
Yes, Mills Corp did that, and I just found out that they are redoing St. Louis Mills. I guess it closed, and it's going to be turned into like a whole new entertainment kind of thing, I guess. So it's being repurposed, but that was my second favorite Mills Corp mall, so that's now gone. I'm like, oh, but I was there twice. I got a lot of good footage of that. I got to still post it yet, so just haven't had the time,
Yeah, because we talked about all the inventory and everything you got to do for this. So, the fun thing is, it's August and October's right around the corner. You're yet again with Midnight Syndicate going back out and performing at Cedar Point. How's that going for you and your fellow bandmates?
It's good. I love doing that show. I mean, Cedar Point, I really can't say enough about working with them. They're fantastic. And they help us with the creative side, too, which is kind of nice. I mean, a lot of people may not know that. They're integral to making sure that the show works in a theme park environment and stuff. So this year, we wanted to do something different, change it up a bit. Not only the music and everything, we always do that, but it's a little different feel. I mean, it's not like we're not playing or anything like that. We still have the singer and all that kind of thing. I don't want to ruin anything, but it's going to bring in some new interactive elements that I think will give people something, new to involve themselves. Yeah, and it's something, if you've seen our show, now this is our 4th year doing this. It's not like...
It's the first show you guys got to close out a theater, and then you got to open a new theater. So now you're in a new theater for the 4th show. But the best part is, like you said, Cedar Fair has been really wonderful to you, supportive to you, and giving you all the support to continue to go on.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. So yeah, this year we're actually bringing some new things in, and it's going to be neat to see what people's reactions are and stuff. So.
Alrighty. Now you have your own personal music. How's that been going for you outside of Midnight Syndicate?
I wish I could say it was really progressing well, but I've had to put that on kind of hiatus for a while. I have been back in the studio lately, just before this show. I kind of forced myself to get in and sit down and work on some tracking and stuff because I want to get it done. It's been a long time coming. I've been promising a new Parlor Muse release for 6 years now. I think it's been. I think I announced the title and stuff. It was 2014 or something. So got to get it done and stuff. But hopefully once we get running with Cedar Point, it's kind of like you show up there and you play every weekend and stuff. But in between, I should have some more time to work on that again. So hopefully, I'm not promising though anymore. I'm just no.
Alrighty, so where can we keep up with you online so fans can check out your music and also Midnight Syndicate?
Midnight Syndicate is midnightsyndicate.com. The Home Circle Media page, of course, you can find all this lovely merchandise. It's homecirclemedia.com and GavinGaszka.com. I'll probably spell that for you. It's GavinGoszka.com. I know it's a weird name. That's kind of a link to all my other stuff. You'll find Parlor Muse, which is the Victorian music thing. Subtle Inversion is an electro pop thing I did with a Vocaloid, that kind of stuff. So it'll take you where you need to go.
Alrighty, again, Gavin, I thank you so much for coming out and hanging out with me. Thank you again, my friend.
Thank you, man. Take care.